Well, Jarvis Landry has been released by the Cleveland Browns to save 16.8 or 17 mil in cap space. It pretty much is the move from a financial point of view, but it still doesn't mean I'll miss him. You know, at the end of the day, football is a business. It's a game for us fans. But just because we're fans, all about fun, whatever, for the NFL players, financial people, front office, their jobs are on the line. Not all of them, but some of them. And they know they have to do what's right financially. And financially, when you have Amari Cooper for $20 million, you can't afford both Cooper and him. You just can't. Some teams can, but maybe you don't got Garrett for 25 mil. Maybe you don't got this player getting this, or this and that and this and that. So I feel like if we didn't have Austin Hooper for 12 mil or whatever, maybe we'd be able to get Landry, but I thought we'd be able to restructure his contract. We were not able to do that. And really, I would probably say he's worth 8-9 mil. And I was arguing last night. Arguing is not even the right word. I was in a debate with my two friends last night, and Robin Brady and a little bit of Josh, and we were talking about Jarvis Landry. And we were talking about okay, how much is he really worth? And I said about 7, 8, 9 mil, and, Rob disagreed. And he's a Browns fan. So it's not like, oh, you got a non-Browns fan, you got a Brown. No, like, we're both Browns fans. And so it's like, Jarvis Landry, here are his stats from his career. And you're going to see his first 3 years with Miami, he almost got 3 1,000-yard seasons. I mean, his fourth season, he had 987. I mean, one more catch is 1,000 yards. So you pretty much have 3 1,000-yard seasons. That's pretty good, pretty consistent. It's not that he has 1,500. He didn't catch 10 touchdowns. He never really was the biggest touchdown guy. He did have 9 touchdowns, though, in that season, which is pretty dang good, though. But I really just think Jarvis Landry is overall just a well-rounded receiver. Like, he's not going to be a Devontae Adams, not going to be a Tyreek Hill, but he can get the job done and be a consistent player. And that's kind of what he was for Cleveland. He comes into Cleveland his first 2 years, again, a catch or two away from 1,000 yards, and then a 1,000-yard season, and then 840's okay. And then obviously he had a bad year this past year, but I mean, that was his worst year. But you also got to realize Baker Mayfield had a bad year. So it wasn't just him, it was also Baker Mayfield. So Jarvis Landry, in my opinion, he's always going to have a place in my heart. I have a jersey of him. I'll never forget when he came to Cleveland. It was the year we got Tyrod Taylor. It was the year that we drafted Baker. In general, it was big news for the Browns. We just got a semi-big, not like the biggest name receiver, but again, he had 3 1,000-yard seasons for Miami of the 4. Like, that's kind of a bigger name. We got Jarvis Landry in. We have not got a receiver since Josh Gordon, who really has been lights out, maybe, Braylon Edwards or whatever. So getting Jarvis Landry was a big deal. I think overall he was more successful than Odell. He still wasn't who we thought he'd be in Cleveland, but the one play that stood out to me in Jarvis Landry's career is right here, okay? This catch, I mean, that's just insane, dude. And this was only 2.5 years ago in 2019. How many receivers can do that? Some, maybe in practice, but in a real game, like this is it. This ain't no like backyard football, oh, little toe tap. This was a real game, real performance. He did it. Is he Megatron? No. Is he Randy Moss? No. But did he make plays for us in Cleveland like this that made him a star in Cleveland? Yes. Is he a star in the NFL? Superstar? Probably not to many people. I would say borderline star at one point in his highlight when he had 1,200 yards for us. And that was back this year in 2019. So you look at Jarvis Landry, great hands. At one point, Madden NFL football, they gave him a mutt superlative. Best hands. It was a mutt, I want to say it was mutt 16. Superlative. Best hands in Madden. He has phenomenal hands. Now, is he fast? No. Is he tall? No. Is he the best route runner? No, but he does have good route running. Jarvis Landry, to me, will always be one of the better receivers we've had in a long time in the Browns nation. But I don't think he's worth over 10, 12 mil at this point. I would say 10 mil max. And you might say, well, Matt, 10 mil max, I can do so much more with 10 mil. Okay, well, name me because Jarvis Landry is good. Is he average? I wouldn't say average. I would say he's not great. I would say he's good. And I feel like for a good receiver, 10 mil, that's a bargain. You know he's going to make the catches. Whatever team gets him will be a steal. Chiefs and Bills are the two competitors right now to get them. Of course, it's the AFC. Fuck. It kind of just is what it is, dude. Teams are going to pick him up. He's going to do great. I know he will. He'll fit a scheme. He'll be a great catcher. Whatever, dude. He's a slot receiver. He's not Randy Moss, go deep. So it's dude, I'm always going to miss you, Landry. Thanks for everything you did in Cleveland. Yeah, we didn't win a Super Bowl, man, but it was still fun, watching you, having you be in the sidelines, talking to people, good morale. He wanted to be here. He loved being here. And it's amazing what he did for us, even though, he can only do so much, guys. Baker Mayfield had 2 good years, 2 bad years. During Baker's bad years, dude, you can't do much. You're a wide receiver. You're only as good as your quarterback. And you know what I'm saying? So people look at him oh yeah, he sucks, all that bullshit. Yeah, maybe he had a bad year this year, but so did Baker. And that's a big reason why. So I'm not being biased. Once Jarvis Landry leaves, whichever team gets him is a steal. If you get him for 8, 10 mil. Look at Michael Gallup, 12 mil. Jarvis Landry is probably just under him. I would say Gallup is better. At this point in Gallup's career, he's performing better. But is he way better than Landry? No. So I would say about 10 mil. 2 mil difference. And that 2 mil could be used for something else in your team. So give me your thoughts on Landry, and I just think overall what it comes down to is it's the best move financially, but in the long run, it sucks being a fan to see a player like this go. Bye, guys. Take care. Remember, guys, he was with us for 18, 19, 20 for 4 whole seasons. That's a long time, man. So take care, guys. Bye-bye.